Welcome to the Empowering Lives Talk Show, where we're educating, equipping, and empowering women to launch businesses. You're listening to an exclusive, inspirational conversation with a womanpreneur that shares her journey to success. Now, here's your host, Sandra R. Harris.
So today, my guest, you will absolutely fit her class and her style. She is an amazing trailblazer. From her logo design to her website, her winning smile, and her infectious personality. She has expanded one creative idea into multiple streams of income, and today she will be sharing tips with the subscribers of Empowering Lives Business Magazine for women entrepreneurs on how to successfully brand and market like a world-class leader. So without further delay, will you introduce yourself and tell us about your business?
Well, hello, and thank you so much for having me. I first want to apologize because I'm a little bored because I was working all weekend, and, when you put your all into what you do, your voice kind of leaves sometimes. But my name is Tiffany Young. I'm the owner of the Pink Hotel in Atlanta, Georgia, and we do tons of parties for ladies and girls, and it's all about empowering women and girls to be their best, whether it's their birthday, whether they're celebrating having a baby, wherever I can sew into their life to celebrate, that's what I do.
So the Pink Hotel, my God, when I saw the website, the logo, the truck, just your branding, let's talk about how you even came up with that name, the Pink Hotel.
See, you don't want to talk about how I came up with the name, because when I tell women about starting businesses, you either got to be one of two things. Either you got to be angry or you got to be rich. Otherwise, you're going to quit. I'm telling you, because when I came up with that name, I was in a very low place. I was in a hotel, a dirty hotel, with my one-year-old son. And I'm sitting there and I'm crying. And I'm just like, Lord, how did I get here? Just 3 years ago, I had 2 locations and TV shows and celebrity clients and all this. And now I'm in the hotel with my baby, waiting for a knock on the door that never came. So I sat there. And that little notepad that's next to the phone in the little hotel? I started drawing. I started drawing what my business is going to look like, what a stage is going to look like. I started drawing a hotel suite for myself inside my business so that I would never be without a roof over my head again. So as I sketched out the building on that little piece of paper, I'm watching my son sleep. He's peaceful. He went through all the cabinets in the hotel room, and he went exploring in a dark time. He went exploring while I'm sitting here crying. But I'm sketching out on that little pad. And when I finished, I scratched out the name of the little hotel, and I put the Pink Hotel. Why not, Sandra? Why not?
Wow.
And that's how I came up with it now. When people ask me, how did you come up with this? This is so great. I say, I love kids. I love to party, and I want every girl to feel empowered when she has her tea lesson and is on the stage. But if you want to get to the nitty of the gritty,
let's
get
to the nitty and the gritty.
That's the nitty and the gritty. Because sometimes it ain't pretty. But see, I'm a Christian, and God hides you. He covers you while you're trying to make it pretty. See, in the hotel room, it wasn't pretty. What you see on that website, what you see on them business cards, what you see on that Instagram, that's what you need to see. Because he said, let your light shine so bright that every man shall see. It ain't bright in a dark hotel room. It's bright in 10,000 square feet. So how can I tell you to go do your business in a dark place in a hotel room? But, hey, he can put some light on that thing, and you can go to a location and see where he shines so bright that every man shall see the goodness and the graciousness of the Lord.
I want the real Tiffany Young, the unedited, the uncut version. And
honey,
this is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, it's a journey of getting, when you see people winning and succeeding and their God is shining their light on them, they had to go through something. And most times you don't know the story. You just see the glory. But you don't know the story behind that glory.
And you know why they don't know the story?
I love it.
You want to know why they don't know the story? Because people are scared to share. They're afraid of what you might think of them. They're afraid of, I don't want somebody to know that my marriage was in trouble. I don't want somebody to know that I have a hard time raising my children. I don't want somebody to know that to pay my mortgage, I can't buy these clothes or go these places. You better tell what you know.
That's right.
Because what good does it do in the dark? It keeps you tied up.
I love it, Tiffany.
And the next woman going through the same thing, and she can't even start her own thing because she don't know that she's not the only one.
How did you move from the conception stage of this just being an idea? Because I run into a lot of women, they have business ideas. They don't have a strategic business plan just yet, but they have this great, wonderful idea. So how do you go from just conception stage to it actually launching a real business?
Well, I'll tell you this. There's many books on how to launch a business. But you'll buy them books and you'll rub with your highlighter on them and you'll sit them right over there on the side of the table and never open them again.
Okay.
From my experience, you either have to be angry or have money. Because if you have money, you'll invest what you got and that'll keep you afloat for a couple of years. But if you're angry, you're going to say, you know what, look at everything I lost. Look at how I got a college degree. You know, why is someone telling me what I can't do? Why is someone telling me I'm not good enough for them? So when you flip that and you say, you know what, if I could put all this energy into a business to pull myself back up, you got to have a goal in front of you. Or you're going to look at what's around you. And what's around you is temporary. So if you're looking at how your husband treats you, or what your bank account look like, or you got to have this 9 to 5, you don't have room to do other stuff, you're going to get swallowed up in that. But if you say, you know what, I'm going to start this nail salon. I'm going to start this hair salon. You know, I'm going to do these things. You have to be angry about, hey, I've done so much in my life for other people. I've done so much in my life to get where I am, and other people and other things have brought me backward. But I'm going to stop that right now. You have to make a decision. And see, if you don't have determination in your heart, and if you're not self-motivated, you need to be angry and have a little Jesus on your side. Those two things, to me, is the key. Because I can give you a book and say, oh, you know, wake up early every morning. Set a goal. Limit your social media. I can give you all that. But at the end of the day, in order for you to stay in it, because it's going to get tough, in order for you to not quit, you got to think about what you're doing it for. I can't quit. My son watching me. I can't quit because that person who thought they had me down, they're going to see. You got to use that. You got to use all that. So to me, to answer your question, the two things you need is a little bit of angry and a lot of God, because that's what it's going to take. It's what it's going to take.
I love it. I love it. So my next question was around passion and how did you discover your passion? But passion, most people think it's everything you love. And I just heard what you said. Passion can also be what angers you. You got angry with what?
I got angry with being a woman, with having to raise a child by myself, with I went to college and got all these degrees, and I felt good about myself. I did what my parents asked me to do. And then all it took was for one person or one thing or one relationship to set me back 8 years of what I built. I got angry. Wow. See, just because you're married don't mean he owns you. You're still your own person. They tell us be everything for your husband. They say be everything for your kids. But guess what? If you're everything for everybody else and you ain't got nothing left, you're pulling out of an empty bucket.
Wow.
So
you just got a mouthful there.
This ain't no game. You can either use what happened to you to push you forward, or you can use it to hold you backward. But it ain't nothing in my past that I want. Ain't nothing in my past that I want. I'm moving forward. And you got to have that attitude. And unfortunately, if it's got to take you a bad turn in life for you to get it, hey, use that, let it get it. But I'm telling you right now, you ain't got to go through those things. You can get it right now. Put your mind on what you want to do and push the gas.
I love it. I love it. The next thing I have is, as a womanpreneur and your family, multiple facets of your business, that's what we're going to lead right into. How do you balance it all?
It's definitely a balance. And I tell my customers all the time when they come in the doors and they're beautiful in their big dresses getting ready for their party. And I'm in a uniform with my ponytail to the side and, you know, my nails, I don't have acrylic on my nails. I don't have weave in my hair. I don't have a $600 bag. That's because I have to balance. You know, I only shop places, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls, places that if life get a little out of balance, I need to be able to take that $200 sofa back. Or I need to be able to take something back. I always have to balance my life. So my business comes first, which means that my other things come secondary. If you're trying to look like an Atlanta socialite while trying to run your business, you're going to struggle, sister. Because if you got to spend $200 and $300 on your hair just to feel good about yourself, you're going to struggle, sister. You know what makes me feel good about myself? At the end of my workday, when I get to go home, And I get to go to my craft room or my movie theater or play in a room with my son because he got his own room and he used to share one with me. You know, those things have to motivate you in your own four walls or you're going to be in a financial bind. If material things are the only things that can push you and motivate you, you're never going to be able to balance.
Wow.
So let that business motivate you. Let your goals motivate you. So basically, in order to balance it all, you put that business first and all that material stuff second.
So priorities and prioritizing is important. So, Tiffany, what is the one catchphrase that you live by?
Leap and the net will appear. Leap. Leap first and the net will appear. A lot of people wait until they get enough money, till they get enough time, till the kids get out of diapers, till the son go to school, everybody waiting. But if you leap, he won't send you to a place and not give you what you need. He just won't do it. It's not in his nature. He said he came to give us life and life more abundantly. Oh, I don't have enough time. But you watching all your TV shows, you caught up on all your reality TV, that's time right there. I sleep with a notebook next to me.
Give us just some tips on how to expand. You just gave us one. Keep a notepad. I keep a journal right at my bed because the ideas and thoughts come to you in the middle of the night. God will just give you some things and you don't know where it came from. So that's one thing for one tip. So you give us 5 tips for expanding and marketing your business and your brand.
Well, yes, that journal is essential because when you look over there next to you and you see it's the empty space next to your bed, it ain't empty. That notebook right there. Get busy. Put your mind where it's supposed to go. I'm telling you, because you can have a warm body next to you, and he ain't sewing into your life. What's the point of that? You may as well get your baby out the bed and have him come sleep with you.
Wow.
Sleep with your notebook. Second tip, to keep reinventing myself. I started a business where boys could come in. It was called the Man Cave, where boys could come and do this. But mama didn't want to spend it for a boy. She would only spend for the girls because they're used to buying tokens and pizza boxes for boys. So I said, do I let this space sit and keep letting the money run in the ground, or do I reinvent it? So I reinvented it into a test kitchen where kids can come and bake and all that. And it was a success second month.
Wow.
You have to keep reinventing yourself. If something ain't working, change it. Just like in your life. If something ain't working, change it. And the longer you sit in it, the more you lose. And that can be money. That can be you losing your mind. That can be everything. So if something ain't working, change it. Time is the biggest one. Okay, that's what I want back the most. But anyway, tip number 3. Before I do anything, I pray. You got to have a strong prayer life. Because I think I can do everything. Oh, I can open this. Oh, I can do that. But if God ain't leading that thing, that money will go right down the drain. So just ask him, God, is this what you want me to do? And he'll send you the funding. Because, see, everybody thinks you need money to start your business. You don't need money. You need 2 hands. You need 2 hands. Before I was a waitress, I was a busboy for 3 days until a waitress position came available. I sure did, because it didn't matter. You stack that money the best way you can. And then I opened my business. Don't think you above anything, because you one pink slip away. You one visit at the child support office away. Don't play with it. You be real with your situation, and you got to get your money up. Number 4, my slogan of leap and the net will appear, you have to risk it. You have to say, I'm going to take this tax return. I call a tax return Uncle Sam's way of forcing you to save money for those who can't save on their own. Take that tax return. You have to jump and have faith. Otherwise, where are you going to spend it at? The mall? Where are you going to spend it? Areas that's not going to sew back into you. You have to jump. Number 5, last tip. Don't quit. I don't care what you do. Don't quit. And I know people quit a lot because they ain't angry enough. But when you step out so much, you like, come on, I haven't been doing this for a year just to turn back now. Don't quit. Quitters don't win, and winners don't quit. I know it's cliche, but it's true. You look at things that are successful in your life. If you still with that man, whether he good or not, you still with him because you didn't quit. Marriage ain't perfect, but you got 10 years on it because you didn't quit. You still at that job. You may not like it, but it's still making you money because guess what? You didn't quit. And the thing about it is if I would have quit, Where would I be right now? Where would my son be right now? I may still be in that dark place. And sometimes people want you in a dark place because they think if you come out of that dark place, you're going to outshine them. You got to break out of all that. What did God say about you? See, when we forget to remember what God said about me, I'm a queen. A queen don't fall for what paupers throw at her. She's a queen. She's advised by the Most High. And he didn't advise me to stay in no hotel room. He didn't advise me to stay in that bed and cry more times a day. He didn't advise me to keep chasing after something that didn't want me. He said, girl, if you don't get out this bed and make something, don't make me look bad. That's what he said. Don't make me look bad. Don't make your God look bad. Why are you going to church every Sunday? To make your God look bad? Come on now. We dress up and look all nice and do all this to make our man look good. Make your father look good.
Wow. That's good stuff.
I'm not trying to bring nobody down for what they're doing. I'm just trying to get you to redirect. Just redirect.
I love it. Redirect. I love it.
Redirect. And notice how when you don't have a voice, you can do it in a whisper. I've been whispering this whole time because I don't have a voice. But when that word is in your heart, he'll give you what you need to sow seed. There's nothing special about me, Sandra. I'm a Christian. There's nothing special about Tiffany. There's only something special about the God who is in Tiffany. Because when I didn't have him in me, I lost everything. And he didn't go nowhere. So bright. Hello.
I didn't know what it was. I didn't know that. I didn't know. Now, Empowerized Business Magazine subscribers and readers and listeners of this podcast, listen to what this young lady is saying. I had no idea she wasn't carrying the Bible. She didn't have on a big church hat. She didn't have on a dress down to her ankles. But when I tell you this young lady, her personality, her smile, everything about her lit up the room when she came in there. Her light is shining so brightly. And not to mention, she's in a 10,000 square feet building. Listen, people. Listen, ladies. She's saying, listen at where her hope lies. Now, I'm going to ask you the last two questions, one being a question, the last one being just your freestyle, any words you want to leave. But the next question is, many women I run into have great ideas, want to start up businesses, but they always say the startup capital. Now, you've given us one idea is when we have the income tax refund, and you redirect those funding. So what other tips or resources would you be able to share with women to help them overcome this obstacle?
All right, it may be tight, but it's right. Are you ready? Every time, first of all, the restaurant industries are always booming when money is tight. They're always booming. So every time you go out to eat, pay with cash, and every dollar and every change that you get back, put it to the side. Just your dollar bills and your coins, put it to the side every time. Every time I go through the drive-thru, my son wants a Happy Meal. And I'm telling you, I hate that darn Happy Meal, but he just loves it. And I give him a $20 bill. And when they give me $17 or $16 back or whatever, I take the change and the ones and I put it to the side. That's one. You're saving and you don't even know it. That's a good $60 a month. Yes, that's your seed money. Okay. Number two, if it costs you more than $50 to get your hair done, cut it out. Cut it out. Ain't no good in looking good on the outside and being broke on the inside. It ain't cute.
I'm sorry, you have to say that one more time, Tiffany, because I raised my hand. I'm guilty. What? I'm guilty, people. I'm guilty. But you say that one more time. It's no good being cute on the outside and
broke on the inside. Because that's a facade. You know, you don't like it when a man portrays himself as one way, and then when you get to the inside, he's something else. You don't want to be tricked. Stop tricking other people. Help somebody.
Wow.
So when you see my staff are like, Miss Tiffany, these celebrities coming here, and you don't even go get your hair done, and you don't even go get your makeup. This work, honey. They seeing somebody work. And I got to look at, they sure are, and I got to look at it as it's just another day at work. It's just another day. They regular people too. So if I'm not putting my makeup on for little Susie's $200 party, I'm not putting my makeup on for somebody's $5,000 party. It's work, honey. See how creative you can get. The thing about it is, what are we doing it for? Are we doing it to attract men? We've been down that road, hadn't we? Are we doing it to impress friends? They ain't got it together either. Cut it out.
Wow.
$50. That's it. Your nails, you got all this acrylic, and you got all this stuff. If your nails cost you more than $30 to get them done, cut it out. Cut it out.
Okay.
And I'm just telling you because I don't know another way unless you rich. Like I told you in the beginning, unless you rich, I don't know another way. So if you asking me, I'm going to tell you to cut it out. You can read a book and they can say, oh, pull something from your 401k. Or ask your granddad. We ain't asking nobody. We asking the Father. Because we ain't owing nobody. If you got to ask somebody for money for your dreams, you ain't ready. Because when somebody see what you're doing, they will sow into you.
Wow.
They will sow into you. And if you got to ask more than once, you're begging. My granny told me that.
Wow.
And if you got somebody in your life and you asking them to sow into you and you ask more than once, you begging. People want to help people who try to help themselves. They want to. I sow into businesses myself because I see them working, trying to help themselves.
Wow.
And a lot of times, as African American women, we can do it by ourselves. Oh no, honey, you need to go study under somebody. You need to partner with your friend who want to do something too. Don't be trying to keep it all to yourself so you can get all the glory. Watch, you get the glory, your story gonna be short. It's gonna be a short one. Old African proverb. It said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with someone. 2 or 3 women getting together doing something is a lot easier than one person trying to have bragging rights. Why? And be out of business in 6 months. Why? I've been there. I've done that. The key is the Father. He'll give you everybody you need. So save your own money to the side. I got to lay off from my job that gave me seed money. And then I lost my house. Then I lost my car. Then I lost all that. That seed money was gone. But I knew where I was going, and I knew how to get there. These 2 hands. Business is not for the lighthearted. You have to have faith and know the ability of your 2 hands. Now, if you already know that you don't want to give up your hair and your nails and your bags and your turn up on the weekends, if you don't want to give it up, if you already know, you better stay where you at. You ain't ready yet. But if you know in your heart that you got something and all you need is to start it today.
Thank you for listening to the Empowering Lives Talk Show with your host, Sandra R. Harris. Be sure to find us on Facebook at Empowering Lives Magazine to hear more inspirational success stories from women entrepreneurs. Find us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and iHeartRadio.